Well, good morning, children. Aloha kako. Ohio gozaimasu. It's so wonderful to see you. How are y'all feeling today? I hope everyone is well. Sensei Gary hasn't been feeling well for a couple weeks, so he asked me, Barkley the Dog, to be the star of the children's Dharma story time today. Don't worry, kids. Sensei's getting better, and it's not that pesky coronavirus. Sensei will be back next week. But let's be sure to wash our hands, wear a mask, and avoid large gatherings and keep distance between people. Okay? Very good. Hey, kids! Our Dharma buddies, Kalena and Tyrus's mommy and daddy, Dr. Carlos and Dr. Karsten, over at Maui Optics, gave me magic contact lenses. Can you see them? So I can see all y'all who's with us this morning without magic glasses. Isn't that cool? That's so amazing. Remember, ask mom and dad to support local businesses, okay? Yeehaw! So let's see who's here this morning. Okay, here we go. There we go. I see Michan. Hi, Michan. How are you? Tide and Cruz and Ison and Jai and Cadence and Melody and Kenneth and Lindsay, Sierra, Wesley, Kaya, Emmy, Micah, Kaved and Lena and Maddie and Lily Noy and Meliana, Nolan and Cora and Benji and Tori and Tyrus and Kalena. And so many other wonderful children from around the world. Hello, children. How y'all doing today? Thanks for coming. And I can see our Dharma school teachers. Oh, there they are. Okay, there's Auntie Sharon and Auntie Karen. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Oh, do you think that could be Sensei? Let's go see. Let's go see. It's not Sensei, it's me, Lucy the Ladybug. Good morning, friends. Well, good morning to you too, Lucy. You're looking well. Well, thank you, Barkley. I feel good. I look good. I feel good. I am good, but not too much. So remember, kids, be good, but not too much. Oops, something happened here. Okay, Sensei's back. No, don't go too far. Be good, but not too much. Okay, there we go. There. So today's story is Harold and the Purple Crayon by Crockett Johnson. One evening, after thinking it over for some time, Harold decided to go for a walk in the moonlight. There wasn't any moon, and Harold needed a moon for a walk in the moonlight. And he needed something to walk on. He made a long, straight path so he wouldn't get lost. As he set off on his walk, taking his big purple crayon with him. But he didn't seem to be getting anywhere on the long, straight path. So he left the path for a shortcut across the field, and the moon went with him. The shortcut led right to where Harold thought a forest should be. He didn't want to get lost in the woods, so he made a very small forest with just one tree in it. It turned out to be an apple tree. The apples would be very tasty, Harold thought, when they got red. So he put on a frightening he put a frightening dragon under the tree to guard the apples. It was a terribly frightening dragon. It even frightened Harold. He backed away. His hand holding the purple crayon shook. Suddenly, he realized what was happening. But by then, Harold was over his head in an ocean. He came up thinking fast. And in no time, he was climbing aboard a trim little boat. He quickly set sail. After he had sailed long enough, Harold made land without much trouble. He stepped ashore on the beach, wondering where he was. The sandy beach reminded Harold of picnics, and the thought of picnics made him hungry. So he laid out a nice, simple lunch. There was nothing but pie. But there were all 9 kinds of pie that Harold liked best. When Harold finished his picnic, there was quite a lot left. He hated to see so much delicious pie go to waste. So Harold left a very hungry moose and a deserving porcupine to finish it up. And off he went, looking for a hill to climb to see where he was. Harold knew that the higher up he went, the farther he could see. So he decided to make the hills into a mountain. If he went high enough, he thought, he could see the window of his bedroom. He was tired, and he felt he ought to be getting to bed. He hoped he could see his bedroom window from the top of the mountain. But as he looked down over the other side, he slipped, and there wasn't any other side of the mountain. He was falling in thin air. But luckily, he kept his wits and his purple crayon. He made a balloon, and he grabbed onto it. And he made a basket under the balloon big enough to stand on. He had a fine view from the balloon, but he couldn't see his window. He couldn't even see a house. So he made a house with windows. And he landed the balloon on the grass in the front yard. None of the windows was his window. He tried to think where his window ought to be. He made some more windows. He made a big building full of windows. He made lots of buildings full of windows. He made a whole city full of windows. But none of the windows was his window. He couldn't think where it might be. He decided to ask a policeman. The policeman pointed the way Harold was going anyway, but Harold thanked him. As he walked along with the moon, wishing he was in his room and in bed. Then, suddenly, Harold remembered. He remembered where his bedroom window was when there was a moon. It was always around the moon. And then Harold made his bed. He got in it and drew up the covers. The purple crayon dropped on the floor, and Harold dropped off to sleep. The end. And that was the story, Harold and the Purple Crayon by Crockett Johnson. Oops, there we go. Hey kids, wasn't that a great story? What part did you like the best? Really? Ooh, wait, that's the part I like best too. Wouldn't you like to be able to draw and have 9 kinds of pie for lunch? Hey, say, what's your favorite kind of pie? Anyway. So, say kids, what would you draw if you had a magic purple crayon? Think about it, make a drawing, and then send Sensei a photo of your drawing. And please ask your mom and dad and grandma and grandpa and uncles and aunties what they would like to draw if they had a magic purple crayon. Barkley, what would you like to draw if you had a magic purple crayon? Yee-haw! Well, I'd draw us a beautiful Honganji temple where we could get married in the presence of Amida and live happily ever after right here in Makawao, Maui no ka oi. Oh my, Barkley, are you asking me to marry you? Oops, I guess I am. So, anyway, here it goes. Lucy the ladybug, I know we are very different, but I love you with all my heart, and I will do anything to make you happy. Will you marry me and make me the happiest rascal dog in the whole world by becoming my wife? Oh, Barkley, I love you with all my heart too, so I'm saying yes. Oh, wait, Lucy and Barkley, me, we gonna get married. Well, congratulations, you two lovebirds. May I be the first to offer our felicitations and best wishes for a long and prosperous life together. Would you allow me the honor and privilege of officiating the wedding ceremony? Sensei, you beat me to it. Yes, we want you to marry us. Are you sure I'm a rascal minister? Well, that's perfect, Sensei, because I'm a rascal dog. And I'm a ladybug in love with the rascal dog. Okay, you lovebirds, maybe I should give the Dharma talk for adults now? Yeehaw, that's a great idea, Sensei. Say, Lucy, how'd you like to go get some of them delicious Komodo Bakery cream puffs? And then we can start planning the wedding. And the honeymoon. Yeehaw, the honeymoon. Say, Lucy, what do you think of Mexican food for the wedding banquet? And the mariachi band? Well, oh, Barkley. Sorry, wrong puppet. Oh, Barkley, that's so sweet. But we need to talk about that idea. Well, you know I love Mexican food and mariachi music. It's not possible to be sad after you have some carnitas while the mariachi music is playing. Well, you're right, Barkley. Music always makes me happy too. But my mother and father are a little, shall we say, traditional. So anyway, let's let Sensei give the Dharma talk for adults. Of course, I just got so excited about our wedding, I almost forgot. Remember, kids, be good, but not too much. Okay, you lovebirds, get out of here. We'll see you later. Bye. See you next week. See y'all next week. Be good, but not too much. Bye. Okay. So the rascal dog and the ladybug decided to get married. Isn't that wonderful?